I am going to show you one of the coolest places that I've been in a while, and this place is where we're gonna shoot this sequence that you just saw, that I hopefully think turned out just as good as I'm thinking that it's gonna be. I'm gonna say that again because it worked the last time. So I am here in a, what do you call this?
A forge.
A forge with Tobias, or Tobias as we say in Sweden. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. So I run this place. This is an old forge from the 1810 or something like that. It's not sure, but something around that area. I work as a full-time blacksmith, and my biggest interest within blacksmithing is making chef's knives. That's where my passion is.
Do you want to show some of the knives?
Yeah,
do you have like some knife blades?
They're laying around everywhere here. So here we have some blades that are in the making here.
Look at those.
For some Christmas fairs that's
that
coming
looks
up.
Really good.
So I'm hoping to be able to show what I do for a living, or what I try to do for a living at least.
So what we're gonna do here today is basically that we're gonna shoot a commercial for your Instagram.
Yeah.
Because I reached out to you and asked if you wanted to act on my idea, and I thought it'd be cool to give you this as a promotion for your Instagram while I can incorporate you in the YouTube video.
Yeah.
Do you feel ready?
I feel ready, very much so.
Then, you know what? I think let's get to it. Nah, I can't say like that. For this entire shoot, I didn't have any planned shot list or anything like that. I just had, the first shot of the whole sequence was the one that I had the idea. And from there, I basically asked Tobias on what kind of, different, how do you say, different, what's that, huh? Moments, different stages that he does when he's forging a knife. And from there I basically tried to make something in my head, because the more you shoot, the more you start shooting for the edit, and then visualize the whole concept in your head. Try to get the different shots in an interesting way so that you can connect them in the edit to something that is of your liking. For this first shot, I'm going to use the Rhino slider with the ARC2 head. This is a complete dope setup. It can, you can set keyframes with this, and then it can do the same move all over again, and it controls on 2 different axes. So you have the pan axis and then you have the tilt axis. So this is gonna be totally dope. And I wanna say a huge thank you to Rhino for sending me this slider. It's a privilege to be sent something like this so that we can create even better content here on the channel. And the cameraman today is named Adam, and you can follow him right here if you want to go and do that. Show him some support. Anna. So I'm thinking that we're gonna shoot the first shot is gonna be a sliding shot like that, and we put this anvil right here that's gonna act as a foreground so that it feels like the camera is moving more than it actually is, because if we didn't have any kind of foreground, it would not feel as the shot actually is dynamic and moving. So we're gonna set the first keyframe right here and set, and then we're gonna move the slider back. Look at that, that is so cool. And then we're gonna turn the camera head slightly and tilt that up, and we're gonna set that keyframe. We're gonna have a duration of 6 seconds, because this intro shot is gonna be very short. It's gonna be 4 seconds, and then beating to the beat of the music. So we're gonna get that. Yeah, shall we? Perfect. All right, so we got that first shot with the 85mm. I think it looked great. Feels like this sequence is gonna be really cinematic, and it's gonna look really old school blacksmith, which I really like. But now we're done with the 85mm. Now we're gonna go back to my favorite lens. You know what it is? 24mm f1.4 G Master. Crap, I forgot the lens. No, I'm just joking. Now we're ready for some handheld action. We're gonna shoot everything in 120 frames per second, and the reason for that is because I wanna have the ability to slow things down when I get into post, so we can get those really cool slow-mo shots and really immersive feelings in the videos. So the lighting that we are using today is again the Godox SL150, and we are using the softbox here, which is 120 centimeters. I think it's a little bit too big, so I'd probably go with something that is a little bit smaller. I'm shooting most of this sequence on aperture f1.4. It's a really shallow depth of field, so it's really hard to get the focus. Try not go to like f1.4 because it's gonna be like such a shallow depth of field, so it's gonna be really hard for you to get those perfect shots. So for this shot, I'm actually going to try to do some focus pulling. And what you want to do then is that you place your thumb on the focus ring, and as you move, you slightly turn the focus ring to make sure that you have what you want to be in focus. When you're shooting a sequence like this, don't like hesitate to get way more footage than you actually need, because when you get to the editing process, it's gonna be so much easier for you to piece like your story or sequence or video together if you have more footage than you actually needed. Because if there's like a shot or a scene that you didn't like, then you can just pick another one and then you can piece that in there so that you can like complete the sequence, even though what you planned in the beginning isn't the end result. It might just become better. So for this shot, we're gonna use the Rhino slider once again with the Arc2 head. And again, when I'm shooting with the slider, I'm trying to keep this at 4K 30 FPS, because then the slider is gonna be the stabilizing movement. So like it's gonna be really steady, and we don't have to worry about slowing this down later, because it's gonna be a like pulling in shot like that. So I think it's gonna look really cool. We are also gonna use the focus motor so that we set the focus on one keyframe, and then it's gonna follow the focus throughout the entire shot using the Arc2 head. So moving this up and down, you can see that this moves. That's cool.
Tobias, that felt really good.
It feels like this sequence will be really like Viking-ish, Swedish if you may, because you know we're in Sweden, in Skåne.
Yep, in Skåne, as you will hear when I'm speaking.
Skåne! Thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much for inviting me to be a part of your extremely awesome place.
Thank you for coming.
Totally
it's been my pleasure. It's been my pleasure.
Awesome.
I hope to see you again. If not, we'll definitely hear from each other on Instagram.
Thank you so much for watching. Really hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please do give it a thumbs up. It is highly appreciated. And also, I'm gonna say that just at this moment, like right now, we reached 100,000 subscribers on this channel. That is
amazing.
That is insane. That's been going way too fast. Like I can't even keep up with you. Probably have to do a video about that. But yeah, if you like the video, make sure you subscribe. It's gonna be down here. And here's the final results one more time.